ears gonna hear me. Through the spirit we see clearly. They swinging if you get near me. Now your boy blowing the trumpet. I used to pull up and dump it. Toting them guns out in public. Riding on up, that was fun shit. Boy, I don't flex for the IG. Wanna go script a script, nigga, try me. Keep a scallop, but he right beside me. To break the laws of God, I don't like things.
Hey, Tazak, what's going on with them? Come on up here. Come on up. Hey, I see you guys listening. Come on up. We want to talk.
She's Instacart. She said she's Instacart.
You get Instacart? You're Instacart? You Mexican? You're Mexican? Hey, if you're Mexican, I want to talk to you. I really want to talk to you if you're Mexican.
I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't want to get involved.
Why not? Well, no, back up a little bit. Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to get involved? We're talking about your people.
I don't want to get roasted like that last time.
Well, no, I'm here for you. I'm not here against you. I'm here for you.
That's right.
Well, I mean, why would I put on a mask?
I don't know, like Omicron, like what's going on?
I mean, I'm not worried about the Omicron. I'm not worried about the COVID. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't bother me all.
Okay. Do you mind if I have a mask?
No, not at all. Not at all. Right? So what do you know about the history of your people?
I know a lot. So my dad is Aztec. I'm from Aztec and Feminist tribe. Like we have gone through a lot. Like our people have gone through a lot. My dad is in his 70s. He is very, very beaten down by what has happened to us. Like his interpretation of us and our lives here right now is pretty harsh to me. It's pretty hurtful to me. The way that he interprets himself and his family in this culture is very hard to believe.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you agree with how he feels?
I mean, no, my dad hates himself for being indigenous. My dad hates himself for being indigenous. I don't agree. I love that shit.
Oh, so he's self-hating.
He is self-hating.
Oh,
He's been through so many. He was born in 1951. The generation that was born in 1951 of various generational people in that time, that's just been hard.
Well, I mean, it was much. We had a much different experience than other nations of people.
I mean, people in the 50s experienced a lot different shit.
Absolutely, and all those things, and that's what we're here to talk about, because all those things were spoken about. Do you know what prophecy means?
Prophecy.
Yeah, do you know what prophecy means?
I know the definition of prophecy.
Well, a prophecy, you know, say something is a message that was given to a certain people, and it happens thousands of years later. And all those things that our people are going through was prophesied in the Bible, and we can prove it, right? Especially like you said, your father was born in the 50s. Excuse me?
What does RG mean?
As right here in the Americas, right? And on the walk what our ancestors knew this part of the world as, or our Native American brothers call it Turtle Island. We're saying all through the Americas,
I just want
right?
to know what our people mean.
Our people here is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Okay.
Right?
Not
Because-
white people. Okay.
Absolutely not. Because why? Because they're the ones that put us through all those torments. Like your father in the 50s. Like
Yeah, the shit that I've heard from my dad, the self-hating that I've heard from my dad, the self-hating that he's put on me,
Yeah.
on our people, that shit sucks. I
Yeah,
believe
absolutely.
That. I understand that.
Absolutely.
I'm
Like-
for that.
well, like in the 50s, a lot of people don't know that Mexicans were getting hung on trees just like our black brothers were getting hung on trees in the South.
My
Right.
dad, the ethnic slurs, the racial slurs that were conjunctive to the like black people slurs that were being put on my father, yes.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to him, I've had that happen to me. I'm from like San Diego, like
Yeah.
San Diego. Like that shit happened to me when I was there.
Absolutely.
In the early 90s, that shit still happened.
Watch
I
this. Give me
understand.
Proverbs and bywords, because that's all prophesied in the Bible too. Because we already, right now in the world.
You guys got the phones up in there?
Oh, absolutely. We got the Bible. We got the Bible. We can go through the Bible app or whatever, right? Give me Proverbs and bywords. Watch this.
But I don't. I'm not Christian like that.
We're not Christians either.
Right.
Because the Christian church has taught our people lies for the last 400 years.
Yeah,
Right? They came over here.
Indigenous people.
Yeah.
We have like we had situations that actually taught us how to take care of ourselves, how to take care of our women, how to take care of, like, you guys don't have any women out here. What's up with that? Like, what are you teaching if you don't have
We're
women?
we're teaching that we should start loving each other, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and and our sisters and our children,
But
right?
indigenous cultures, they were led by women. Where is the women representation out here? Where are indigenous women?
We love our sisters. Our sisters is the ones that bear,
Yeah, but
that bear our
you're saying
children,
they're not out here.
right?
Where are they?
But they're at home right now, right?
They're at home
Read.
right now. That's
Deuteronomy
how
28, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations where the Lord shall lead thee.
All those racial epithets that was given to our peoples in the 50s, spig, wetback, and all those things were prophesied in the Bible that was going to happen to us because we broke God's laws. And you're saying about our customs, right? All of our customs actually go back to the laws of Moses. Like we were practicing circumcision, we were practicing sacrifices and all that, man, right? We were practicing dietary laws, exactly like the Bible says, because we weren't eating pig until the white man came over here, right? We were eating grasshoppers, we were eating all that.
But like they came over and they fucked our shit up.
Absolutely, absolutely. But see,
but like as a woman, what I'm trying to say is like, why don't we go back to our ancestral truth, where women were like owning shit, where women were out here and like they were the ones who were reading these truths, like especially in like old school like indigenous like Hispanic culture, like our women were owning that shit. Where are they? Where are the women in your culture and what you're speaking? I want to
aren't they subjugated with us? Do we own places over here? Not our women, not even us are owning nothing over here. Why?
No.
Because we're under the foot of the white man.
No.
That's why.
We all are, but the thing is, like, men are the first to be liberated. Men are the first to.
That's not true.
You think so? Okay,
They killed the men first to subjugate the women, right? If we stood up for you, we're supposed to protect you, right? We protect our women in any culture, white, black, anybody. The man steps up for the woman, right? In the shit.
that's
So if we step up to fight, what are they gonna do? They're gonna kill us. And then the women gotta get with the white man, right or wrong?
I mean, like that's not right. That's not wrong.
You're saying that the men are gonna be liberated first. That's not true.
No. What I'm saying is like you guys are out here. Where are the women that are speaking for us?
Do women go to war?
No.
Okay, then this is war out here.
Right.
Spiritual warfare.
Right.
That's why they're not out here.
That
Pe-
sounds
people-
kind of aggressive, though.
No, it's not. That's a fact.
Even in the indigenous culture, we didn't have our women.
That's not true.
We didn't have our women fighting.
Please educate yourself.
We didn't have
That
our
is
women
not
fighting like
true.
that.
Women.
Not fighting like that, but they were fighting in different ways.
Oh, absolutely,
Exactly.
absolutely,
And that's the point.
absolutely.
They're not out here because we're out here fighting for them. There's women that come out here and support us, but they're not going to be up here like us. No, we don't want them up here. We
But like you're speaking words. Like, what about like people like?
listen. I'm asking you a question. You're asking why they're not out here because we don't want them out here. It's dangerous out here. People threaten us every day.
Right.
Trust me.
That's
I get that.
We don't want our women in harm's way. We're supposed to take care of our children while we're out here.
Right.
I get that, but like, shouldn't that be
How's that outrageous?
because I don't want children. I don't want to be out here like.
That's different though. That's your particular choice.
I know, but
So
like,
you would rather be out here standing next to us, right? Is that what you're
in
saying?
some ways, I would rather see women out here representing themselves in their own culture. Because indigenous women, black women, I can't speak for black women, I just speak for indigenous women, they go through different challenges than the men of our cultures go through. And we deserve to have representation. And when I stand up here and ask someone questions and they can't answer those questions, I feel like...
Which question have you asked that we couldn't answer them? Which one?
I want to talk about women's concerns, women's answers, women's questions in this capacity.
Well, look, this is our attitude, and this is how we love our women. Watch this. Give me this.
No,
Give me
I'm sure,
2856.
like, women
Watch
in
it.
this-
Hold on.
This is the book of
Bro,
Deuteronomy.
did you see what I said? Hold on. What was he saying?
No, I was just saying, like, I think that like I would like, if you know anything about psychology, you know, like I would like to hear from women that are like speaking your same truth. I believe what you're saying.
And there's a forum for that, not out here. They would never come out here like that.
Why not?
Because this isn't a place for me.
But like, what if like this is the place that I want to hear them? Then what am I supposed to do? Just feel sad? Just
You
feel
want to see them out here doing what we're doing. That's what I'm saying.
No, but like, what am I supposed to be like? Unempowered?
Unempowered. So you got to be seen to be empowered.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like collaboratory, right? Like, isn't that what people want? To feel empowered
That's what
by
you want.
exposure?
We're getting exposed. Like, trust me. His wife was out here. Your wife left, right?
She's in the car.
She in the car. Why? Because it's cold, maybe? Who knows?
No. I believe that. I'm not trying to hate on anyone. I'm just trying to like figure out like.
But this is your own thought process.
No,
Not everybody would agree with you, but I'm just saying, I'm hearing you out. And like I said, I do feel what you're saying as far as people being represented, being seen, like you said, because there's obviously media platforms and you see, go on TV and there's women exactly, that's how it's said. Just how we said before, like women aren't supposed to be going to war. We don't want our women going to war. This is a quote unquote spiritual warfare up here.
But like, yeah, exactly.
And that's why we're not up here. So that's the question. That's the answer. Our women that believe how we believe, they'll never be out here. We don't want them out here. It's a whole different battle out here.
Yeah, I get that. I guess you're right.
If you want to see them, doing what we do, you can go on social media.
Okay.
And that's where you watch the news at, right? You turn on TV, you see women doing things on TV, right? That's the same thing, right?
That's a kind of interesting take, though.
What's that?
That's a kind of interesting take, though. That's like women are subjugated to like
they're not subjugated.
I was like that. They can't show their faces.
Who said
they
that?
can't show their faces. They can show their faces on social media.
Who said that?
You said that.
No, I said they support us in their own fashion, like you said. You just said it earlier, right?
Okay, but like I would like to talk to a woman.
Exactly. That's fine.
And they not out here, right?
They left. They were out here earlier. You missed them.
Okay. I missed
Trust me, they were out here. Trust me.
You're right. I missed them.
Yeah,
you
missed
so right.
There's plenty of women that come up here. A girl was supposed to come up here earlier, but she got sick, so what am I supposed to do?
I know. But like I appreciate what you guys are doing. You're doing the right thing. I appreciate it. I'm not trying to like harass you.
No, you're not harassing me.
I just want to talk to
I'm just here to give you a response to what you're saying. Some things I agree with, some things I don't agree with. So I'm just saying, it's not a problem. We can dialogue.
I know, I appreciate it.
I definitely...
I feel the same way.
I agree. But wait a minute. So, you would consider yourself an activist?
I like to think I'm an activist, yeah.
For what cause? Women's rights or just, Mexican rights or in what
Women's
fashion?
rights, just like minority rights.
Voting rights? Is that what you said?
Women's rights, minority rights.
Oh, minority rights. Okay. In what fashion though? Like what topics? What women's rights would you push for?
I feel like you were like about to ask me some loaded questions.
No, I'm asking you a question about what you believe. We believe in the Bible, and that's our thing.
Yeah, I get that.
As a culture, Black, Hispanic, Native American, those are our people. We believe you're our people. We're out here promoting our people to come back to our culture. We're not Black, we're not Hispanic, but those are names that we were told, like you said. So what is your cause? That's what I'm asking. In reference, what's the subsets of the topics of women's rights? See, that's it right there. That's just what.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I love her.
Yeah, like I said, there's usually more people out here, but like I said, who knows?
I know. I felt like you had one of your guys' homies asking here to me what I was doing, watching. I was trying to learn.
Definitely.
And they started asking me how the question. And I was like, I don't necessarily agree with all this, but I want to like be a part of the conversation. If you're automatically integrating me into this.
Absolutely.
And I kind of got like ushered and rushed into this. And like I have my own interpretation, like
it's not a problem.
I come from a culture that is like totally, completely subjugated and wrapped by Catholicism. Like the way that I see my family, like that has been like honestly hurt by Catholicism. Like I have a lot of feelings about it. I don't want to put that on anyone else.
But that wasn't based on the biblical narrative, though.
Oh, but believe
that
me.
was okay. Get down or lay down. Then we'll teach you what we want to teach you.
Well, I think that there's amazing parts of the Bible. I think that shit has like changed my life. But also at the same time, do I believe like everything that Christianity has pushed on me? No. Because my people was out here like creating this fucking like clock and shit.
Yeah, TVs and all that, yeah. Y'all created a lot of different things.
Yeah, like we were doing shit and like I don't want to like necessarily like subscribe to the white man's version of like what Catholicism is.
Well, it's a doctrine, though. That's what it is. It's not actually the Bible, because we could read the same book and come with different interpretations, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I read I read all the Islamic texts, and like that shit doesn't like actually, that shit isn't that fucked up. Like it's actually pretty chill.
What, Islam?
Like yeah, like Islam is not bad. Do you hate it? What's your
Islam is not our culture. It says you can beat women in the Quran. You know that? Would you agree with that?
Does it say that?
Of course it does.
I
Bring that
know,
up. Pull that up.
You know what surah it is?
I got it. It says that literally in their
It
doctrine.
says you can beat women.
Yes.
Okay.
Verbatim.
Well, I'm waiting to hear it.
Let's do it. Let's see.
I mean, but it's not about that. Like, it's really not.
But you got to
about
stand
that.
on the whole thing, though, right? Or are you just going to push that aside? I don't believe in that, but guess what?
But you have to stand on the whole Bible then.
And we do. We 100% do.
That's right.
Really?
Absolutely. Why
You
wouldn't
never
we?
come on the ground.
Excuse me?
You never come on the
That's
ground.
hold on, wait a minute.
That's some
Listen,
biblical-
no,
that's some biblical
no, that's different. That was the
that
story
is-
of one person that didn't follow the law.
But that's biblical text.
I agree, but that's not what it's talking about. It's not a sin to jack it on the ground. The point of we can get to that. The point of that story was he was supposed to impregnate his dead brother's wife so his lineage can continue. But he treated her like a whore, just had sex with her, got his nut off, and then put a baby in her. That's why God killed him. Like, oh, you want to treat your own brother's fallen wife as a whore. That's the point.
But isn't that like a lot of interpretation? That's a
No.
lot of your interpretation.
Oh, that's what happened. We can get it. Let's get to the one point first. Hold on.
Like, I don't want to get like that much into it. I
But
just,
you mentioned it though.
Right.
And I read it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
The wife's husband died. By law, me and my brother don't have kids literally. If I had a kid, or if I was married to a woman and I died, my brother would have to sleep with my wife to have my lineage continue. That's how heritage works in our culture.
yeah.
So he went into her, pulled out, left her on the ground, and left. Treated her like a whore. Oh, you didn't put a baby in her? Oh, you're wicked as hell. You gotta die for that. You're not supposed to treat your women like whores. That's what he did. So it's not just about jacking on the ground, it's about the actual action behind it.
But isn't what you're saying about interpretation? So isn't
That's not
someone
interpretation,
who-
that's literally what happened.
Right.
That's right.
It's a
your
story.
interpretation of what happened.
So what happened? What happened? He nutted on the ground, then what? What happened?
Like, the interpretation is someone could have just not wanted to put a baby in someone else and nut it on the ground as not like as a like, oh, I'm like honoring God. They just didn't want to come inside.
No, it's a culture thing. It's a heritage thing.
Okay.
That was supposed to happen because that's how we do it in our culture.
Yeah,
Continue somebody's lineage so we can have an inheritance, land, crops, whatever the case may be.
No, and
any type of
that's
riches.
the thing is, like, and that's how it used to be.
So-
But like, how do we as modern people interpret that? You know? Like,
We
how do
wouldn't. We can't live by that right now. We don't
Yeah,
have our own
how-
sovereignty.
how-
We don't have our
how
own
do we-
sovereignty to do that. But it's a lesson showing that hey, if you plan on sleeping with a woman, you gotta be with her forever. That's why that's by law too. Sex is marriage.
Right.
Every person you lay down with as a man, that's supposed to be your wife. You can't just sleep around. Oh, I nutted. She's out of here.
Another she's
Yeah, like
okay.
that's
Okay,
what people
but-
teach in the streets.
But like,
I can have sex with so many different women, and I just kick it to the curb. Like what? That's bad. That messes up our women psychologically.
But do you feel like the alternative to that is kind of like this like white supremacy like ideology of like just fuck around like?
No, I just said the exact opposite.
No, well, I was gonna say the opposite of that, of like fucking around, just like sleeping with women and like putting your seed everywhere. Don't you feel like that's like a white man's ideology?
Who said that though? I didn't say
I
put your
kind of
shit
feel like
everywhere.
that.
What's that?
I kind of feel like the opposite of that is like this like white ideology of like put your seed everywhere, colonize everywhere, do your shit everywhere.
But having sex isn't colonization.
No,
You're making a false equivalence. I'm referencing men having sex with women. That man, whoever he has sex with, obviously if she's not married already, that's his woman, period. That's not colonization. The white man did it to obviously blur the lines. And obviously, it talks about that in the Bible. I want to get to the Islam thing, but overall, yeah, read that for me.
Actually, I really
Yeah, read that.
Please don't kill me. I know this guy is, but
The Surah, Anisa 4 and 34. Men are in charge of women
Oh, wait.
by right of what Allah has given one over to the other,
Do you
and
agree
what
with
they
that?
spend.
please don't.
What Allah has given one over the other, and what they spend for their wealth. So righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in their husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. But those wives from whom you fear.
What's wrong? You didn't want to be on camera?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you should have said that 10 minutes ago. You've been on camera this whole time.
I know.
But
Oh, yeah, listen though.
from whom you fear arrogance, advise them that then if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them.
So basically he's saying that if you feel any arrogance in her, right, you advise her, right? And if she keeps doing it, you deny yourself to her in bed. And then if she keeps doing it, you can strike her. That's what the Quran says.
That's a little fucked up.
But watch, but watch how watch how our God says how should we treat women. Watch this. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground.
This is how we viewed our women in the ancient days. We loved our sisters that much that we didn't even want them to set their soul on the ground. Their souls on the ground. Read.
For delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter.
So later on, when we started breaking God's laws, all these curses started coming upon us, and that's how we started, and that's how we started treating each other, right? So this is contrast of what the God, so-called God of the Quran sees women, and this is how our God, the only true God, tells us how should we treat our women. We treated our women that they were so delicate. That's how we see our women. We love our sisters, right? Read.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church.
So that's a big contrast.
That's some shit I can get behind.
Right? That's a big contrast. Right? We love our sisters. We're supposed to love our wives like you love our own flesh. Right? Should we start hating our own flesh? No. We nourish it.
Why is your own flesh not out here? Why is your own flesh not out here with you? If your flesh is here with you, then why are they not out here with you?
I answered that. What's your name? Christina. I answered that.
I know, and I know.
We're in the elements. This is, like I said, it's spiritual warfare. People threaten us up here, like I said. We don't want our women out here being threatened and in harm's way. That's what it comes down to.
I feel like I'm threatened out here talking to you right now.
Listen, we're gonna protect you. Period. Is that your boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's a white man. Yeah, that's a bad choice.
Okay, but like, you know, like you need to like welcome people being out here and like talking to you.
We do. We welcome everybody.
I mean, I saw that you like treated that white woman who was like obviously struggling.
She's the enemy.
She was struggling. Like,
What's that to do with me? She's struggling because her own people couldn't like that.
I mean, that's the thing is like white people are down to like create struggle for their own people.
And that was a ploy. You realize that, right? You realize that was a ploy to make it seem like we're all on the same level. When all actuality, what's that?
I think that woman was just like out here struggling. You really think that's a ploy?
But wait a minute. So what's the difference?
I mean, I'm not saying you have to like be out here facilitating her, but like I feel like she was struggling too. Come on.
And that's what our people pivot into. That's the point. To make this I bring this up all the time. What do you say? Hold on. I bring this up all the time. Oh no, somebody else get over here. I bring this up all the time. There's a book called White Trash. How the people in power set it up to where the lower level white people are basically put in positions of poverty to make it seem like, okay, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and there's poor white people they can look at, oh, we're all the same now. When in all actuality, they set it up that way. Sister, you're not listening. Did you hear what I said?
That's why, like, the structure is white created. And yeah,
absolutely, I agree. And that's why I say they did it on purpose. They did it on purpose.
That's why, like, white
you know.
like me, that's why white people like me are involved in this conversation at all.
What do you mean?
Like, that's why, like, when you talk to Hispanic people, like, the Hispanic conversation.
Do you mind getting on the other side?
No,
on the other side of the sign, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, I mean, like, I just want to, like, talk about how. Yeah. I don't want to be filmed anymore.
You're not on camera. The camera's pointing at me, so. What's that?
It's good.
What was he saying? What's that?
Nothing at all.
All right, well.
Finish your conversation.
Well, the conversation's with you.
You can talk to yourself.
What's that?
You can talk to yourself. You've done it before in this conversation.
Now you're being rude.
No.
Now you're being rude.
You're smart. You got your shit on.
I was talking to you. Now, like I said, since the camera's getting closer, now you say I gotta talk to myself. That's ridiculous. That's not rude. Talk to myself. That's not rude. Is that rude?
You have some amazing things to say. I want you to.
Now you're not trying to answer my question. Is that rude, Christina? Is that rude?
It's not rude. I just want you to.
No, it's not rude to you because you just said it. It's rude to me though. Why would I ever tell you to talk to yourself? We're in a dialogue for the last 30 minutes.
These are cheap shots.
That's ridiculous. It's not a cheap shot. No, you don't admit you were wrong. You were rude to me.
I wasn't wrong at all.
Were you rude to me, right? Or yes or no?
I was not rude to you.
All right. Go with your white boyfriend and get up the block.
Right.
Get up the block if you're not going to talk to us.
Right.
That's what you just said to me, right? Talk to myself. So go talk to your boyfriend. Get up the block.
That's right.
I want to be in the camera.
That's fine. You're not in the camera. Is the camera pointed at you?
Right.
Is the camera pointed at you?
Right.
Yes or no?
You're laughing. Come on.
Is the camera pointed at you?
No.
Okay then. So what's the problem? You don't want to be heard either? Yeah, you want to be heard. You want women out here, but don't you want anybody on the camera?
Right.
You're a spokesperson, right? You got shit to yourself. You got shit to yourself for your own statement. Right or wrong? You want to be seen and heard, but you don't want to be on the camera. Does that make sense?
Nope.
Don't make no goddamn sense.
Oh my god. That is so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Do you want to be heard? You don't want to just want to speak for the people, right? For the women, women's rights, minority rights.
I'm trying to speak for everyone. I'm just
Okay, then speak for everybody then, on camera. We're gonna put this on YouTube later. Go ahead and get your speech.
That sucks for me.
How?
I'm trying to talk to you.
So you're not ready. You don't have nothing to talk about. I asked you what your points and topics were. You didn't tell me anything. So either you're lying or you're making it up. Which one is it?
That's an interesting perspective to take.
Listen. You talk about women's rights and minority rights. What under that are you want to talk about about people? Let me know so we can address it. Because we've been talking about our stance this whole time. You haven't told us your stance. Where are the women at? Women's right there. Or you want to talk to her instead?
I would love to talk to her.
Okay, well, ask her husband.
Okay. Yeah.
What's that?
Can I speak to her?
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
Can she take the mic?
No,
Why can't she take the mic?
because this is our platform. And
Okay.
her husband, if her husband wanted to speak, she can speak. Not on the mic though.
Can I talk to her and her husband?
Oh, now you want to be on camera. You want to be on camera?
Yeah, I'm willing to be on camera. Can we talk?
She's a damn hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. Why are you? Listen, this is insane. She only wants to speak when she gets this platform, but that's not how it works. That's not going to happen up here.
I would love to talk to the man here and his woman.
No, you can talk to her if you want to talk to you.
Yeah,
See how rude she is now? How hypocritical she is? It's ridiculous. That white man's in your spirit right now. You let him in your body, he's in your spirit. That's how rude and hypocritical you are. Right. That's the problem.
I would love
you
to
talking
talk
about you have an
to
Aztec culture? No, you got introduced by the white man. Right. The white man that took over the Aztecs. That's crazy. Okay. The same white man that took over the Aztecs you're with him right now. Make it make sense. Right. Make it make sense. Exactly. You don't love your own people. You with the damn devil, the conqueror, the conquistador.
Oh, okay.
The same person that brought you Catholicism, you're with him right now. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
I would like to talk.
Yeah, I know. You want to avoid the question. You want to avoid the question.
You know what it is? They taught us self-hate, man. Right. That's what it is. Right. The white man came over here and taught us this classist state, call us colorism and all that. And look, and this is what self-hate, it manifests in our people. And it manifests in our people. But look, I love my people, though. I love my people.
I love my people. I love my fellow women. I love my women.
But see, that's the thing. That's what they taught us. They taught our people feminism, man. That's what it taught us. That's exactly what they taught us in the 60s. And guess what? The white feminists stand right by next to her husband. But they taught the black, Hispanic, and Native women that they don't need us no more. That's what they taught us, right? But a white feminist will stay by her husband the whole time, right? That's what they taught our women in the 50s and the 60s, man.
What I want is...
They set that up by CIA too. The CIA agent. That's what feminism started with, CIA. Right. That was a program. You see, you heard that history, right? Do you know that?
Okay. What?
You heard about the history?
Oh, the CIA is fucking insane.
But you say you like your Mexican women, right? You like black women? Are black women on your team?
Yeah. So.
I'm just asking. Cause you say, first of all, it sounds like you're a feminist. Are you a feminist?
Yes, I'm a feminist.
Oh, no wonder I like the white man. Because he has all the power, right? He gives you the power to just come up here by himself. He want to stay in the background like a coward. That's the problem.
That's not true.
I would never allow my woman to stand up in front of grown men by herself. Madness. It's madness. You see how she's quiet, chilling? Her husband's next to her. He's going to speak for her. If you want to speak to her directly, that's fine. But he would never allow her to be out here by herself. That's right. Your man's a coward.
Right. That's right.
Period.
That is regressive at the very best.
It's not aggressive. It's facts. Why ain't your boyfriend standing up here with you? Because he doesn't relate. He doesn't relate.
Right. That's right.
That's why. He's the oppressor. That's why. Right. He can't relate to our problems. But guess what? You with him because he has all the resources and power, right? Right. Right or wrong? The white privilege that you said that you're against, but he promotes feminism because he's the one that created it.
Figure it out, Shafar.
Right or wrong?
That's valid. That's valid. That doesn't mean that
you ever heard of a woman called, her name was Sojourner Truth? Powerful sister, right? There was a group of feminists, very first feminist meeting. She was there, but they didn't allow her to speak because she's a black woman.
Crazy.
This was in 1850 something, man, right? But this is the whole feminist movement that they taught our people. And that self-hate that you're talking about your father had is manifesting in you, man.
That's not true.
Of course it is. Why are you with the white man? Why are you with the white man instead of the Mexican man?
That's right.
Can you answer that? Why you choose the white man over your own people?
Because I've been with all Mexican dudes and it just doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out. Why?
I don't know, maybe they have internalized self-hate.
What about you? What about you? What did you do in a relationship?
What do you mean, what did I do?
What'd you do?
This is like a whole fucking thing where you're blaming all the representation on like...
No, I'm not. I'm just asking questions.
No, this is the thing why...
I'm just trying to figure things out.
This is why ethnic women don't even want to talk to ethnic dudes because you're fucking us up.
What are you talking about? Is that what happened with your exes? Is that what happened with the Mexican men that you dated? They messed you up? That's what you just said. You just said that.
You're being so subjugatory.
You just said, I'm repeating what you just said.
You're being so subjugatory.
You just said that's why basically black and Hispanic women don't want to be with men of color because they messed them up. Is that what happened to you?
Yeah, kind of.
So that's why you chose a white man, right?
No.
It just happened. No, you chose him because you thought it was gonna be different, right?
No, that's not true.
Why'd you choose a white man?
I didn't try to.
You didn't try to?
I was always like anti-white man.
And then what happened? What happened though? Why? It's morality?
Do you have a girlfriend?
No. We don't believe in girlfriends. We don't believe in girlfriends first and foremost.
Do you have a wife?
I don't have a wife, no. But we're on you right now. Why'd you choose a white man?
Where has she been?
No, why'd you choose a white man?
No, I have more questions for you. Where's your wife? Why isn't she?
If I marry some woman, she has to be a woman of God.
Right. That's right.
That's what I'm waiting for.
How old are you?
Doesn't matter how old I am.
How about you? Do you have a wife?
Listen, we're not changing the subject. Why did you choose a white man over your own
Why
people?
don't you allow any other person in this group to talk?
I have the microphone. I'm the leader.
Okay, well, like, I want to hear from someone else.
What do you want to ask him?
I want to hear, does he have a wife?
Do you have a wife?
No.
Do you have a wife?
Nope.
I bet. Is that good enough?
You have children, though. Okay, what about this guy?
Do you have a wife, sir? Yes. He has a wife.
Can I hear from you?
About what?
Just like about his relationship.
No, we're not changing the topic. We're talking about you right now. You want to be on camera now. You want to speak about women's rights and minority rights. We're talking about that. What women's rights and minority rights do you want to stand up for right now? This is your platform. This is going on YouTube. Thousands of views are going to be happening. This is your chance to speak.
I really want to be there. I want to talk about you guys.
So now you're lying. You don't have nothing to speak about, right?
No, I don't have anything.
And if you do, you don't have anything to speak about women's rights, minority rights. When does that happen in your life?
I mean, I just don't want to get the Bible spit at me.
We're not speaking about the Bible. Have we talked about the Bible at all in the last 10 minutes?
You guys just opened up hella Bibles at me.
Listen, we haven't done that. I haven't called for a verse. I haven't asked for a verse.
You brought it back out? Brought it back out?
Listen.
Bring it back out?
What women's rights and minority rights do you want to talk about? Talk to her about women's rights and minority rights. I want to know about what you got planned for our people.
I'm not so feminist, but it's a better. It's a better.
What is that?
I don't know. You're scary. You're out here like. I don't know.
What about MMIW? Let's talk about that. How do you feel about what's happening to our indigenous systems? Horrible, right? And who's turning a blind eye to that?
All of them. All of them.
The white man is turning a blind eye to that, right? What's the name of that little white girl that just came up missing?
When Utah or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They found out about her real quick. What about our murdered and missing indigenous women? They don't give a damn about our people, man.
Even if they found us, they wouldn't even care. They wouldn't like stop anything.
They already don't care.
They don't really care.
They don't care.
They wouldn't even find us if they did.
What do you mean? They found all types of buried bodies under old schools they had, boarding schools. I'm sorry? I'm the leader. I told you that.
Right.
If I want to speak, I'm going to speak, period. If I want to let them speak, they're going to speak. Is that a problem?
Yeah, it kind of is.
How?
I mean,
Do you run your boyfriend?
I'm a
Do
communist.
you run your boyfriend? You're a what? Communist?
Yeah.
How are you a communist? You're a minority. How are you a communist?
In ideology.
In idea. Interesting. Can you explain how that works? Explain how that works in 2021.
What do you mean?
Explain how you're a communist and a minority at the same time.
You can be an ideological communist.
Okay.
without, like,
Now explain how it works. Explain how it works. What ideology is communist and what you're representing?
I'm so confused by what you're.
I know, because it's confusing to me too. That's why I'm asking.
No. Because being a communist in ideology and
Okay.
like, having like a communist ideology
Mhm.
is so much different than like.
I understand. So explain how you're a communist in ideology, and how does it represent your daily life? Since you don't want to talk about women's rights and minority rights, let's talk about you being a communist. So I've been trying to get you to answer that question for about 30 minutes now. You don't want to talk about what your stance is. You wanted to grab the mic, but now I'm giving you an opportunity to say what you got to say. You don't want to do it. Christina, what's going on, Christina?
Right.
You need therapy. You need God, actually. You need
That's
God.
right.
You need to repent.
Okay.
That's the main thing. You don't need Catholicism. Catholicism got your mind warped to believing in the damn devil.
Right.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, God is the exact reason why we're all in this position.
I agree. That's 100% fact.
God is the reason why you have Hispanic people, Black people out here, all like sitting here, speaking into a mic, talking about religion being.
Well, no, we're not religious. We're not religious. No, it's not true.
Speaking at God being the answer. We all used
Of
to have
course.
our own gods. We used to have our
Prove
own
it.
gods. You had to
Prove
have
it.
your-
Prove it.
What do you mean?
Prove it. Who was the Aztec god?
I don't know.
You don't even know your own history. I thought you knew your own history. Let's prove who your God is. Give me that in Isaiah 6.
That's right. Bring it
Have
out.
you heard, how old are you actually?
27.
27? Okay. Not a problem. You're an Aztec, right? Your father's Aztec?
Yes.
Were you born in Mexico or in America?
America.
Okay, not a problem. Have you heard of Quetzalcoatl?
Yes.
Okay, you know it's in the Bible, right?
Quetzalcoatl, yeah.
It's in the Bible, right? You heard of that?
Is it?
Of course.
Not the Bible I've read.
I know, because you were taught lies.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, so why don't you like be out here trying to teach with empathy
We are.
instead of anger?
We're not angry.
I mean,
You're our people. I love you. I love you. I don't like that. I don't love that devil though.
Right.
That you're with. Never love him. Why would I love a colonizer like you? That doesn't make any sense to me. That's moronic. Do you agree?
I mean, like I've gone through my own like feelings about it. Okay.
So how do you feel about white people?
Bad, generally.
Bad, but you're with one.
I know it's hard.
I'll leave it there. Not a problem.
Like that's just hard.
I understand. You try to fight a needle in a haystack, whatever. But you need to go back to your own people. That's what I would prefer. I can't force you to do anything, but we're gonna prove and at least try to get through to you, because you're our people. We love you. Give me that.
Okay, Isaiah 6:2. Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 he covered.
Hold on, read that from the top. Give me that in my book. Got this in my backpack. Give me that book. You already know. Give me that.
I'm gonna read it in NLT. It was in verse 2. Attending him were mighty seraphim, each having 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their face. With 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they flew. They were calling out to each other, "Holy, holy, holy is the Most High of heavens and armies. The whole earth is filled with His glory." The voices shook the temple to its foundations, and the entire building was filled with smoke. Then I said, "It's all over for me. I am doomed, for I am a sinful man. I have filthy lips, and I live among people with filthy lips. Yet I have seen the King, the Lord of the heavens armies." Then one of the
Seraphims, that's a key point, read.
flew to me with the burning
Hold on now.
With the burning coal he had taken from the altar with the pair of tongs. He touched my lips with it, and he said, "See, this coal has touched your lips. Now your guilt and your sins are forgiven."
Exactly. So who can forgive sins in the Bible that you're familiar with? Who forgives sins in the Bible? Who's the character that forgives sins? God. Who else? Jesus, right? Jesus forgives sins, right?
Yeah, but I don't believe in that shit.
Whether you believe it or not. The key point is a seraphim. Let's see what a seraphim is in the Bible. Read.
This is the Hebrew word seraph. It's H8314.
I agree, but let's see what it is though.
I've heard that shit.
All right, serpent, fiery serpent.
A seraphim is a serpent, a fiery serpent. Read.
A seraphim, a majestic being with 6 wings, human hands or voices in attendance upon God. Watch
I got
this.
all that. I got all that.
But it's in the Bible though, right?
Yeah,
But what's Quetzalcoatl? What's Quetzalcoatl?
Very, very, very similar.
Very similar, right? Go ahead.
Quetzalcoatl, right? He's a feathered serpent
Feathered serpent, read.
or plumed serpent. Plume, remember the wings, plumed serpent is the Nahuatl name for the feathered serpent deity of ancient Mesoamerican culture.
So where did the Aztecs get that idea of Quetzalcoatl from? If not the Bible.
That's really like an interesting perspective because like they were like subjected to.
No, this is pre-colonial.
No, I understand. But
The Aztecs believed in Quetzalcoatl long before they brought that white Jesus along.
That's right.
So where did they get the concept of Quetzalcoatl from, if not the Bible? Because we're saying the Mexicans are the people of the Bible.
Right. That's right.
And that's where they got it from. The fiery flying serpent is Quetzalcoatl in the Bible that Isaiah the prophet just referenced. Go ahead, show it that.
This is a depiction of Quetzalcoatl, right? Carrying his cross.
Is that how Jesus was?
Bring it out.
You don't even want to say it because it's true. It's plain. Go ahead.
In John 19:17, and he bearing his cross went forth to a place called the place of the skull, which is called in Hebrew Golgotha. And here he is carrying a cross.
Quetzalcoatl carrying the same cross that Jesus did. Because you know why? Because he's the representation of Jesus that the Aztecs already knew about because they're the people in the Bible. Go ahead.
Depiction. This is another depiction of him being crucified, right? So this is a depiction of Quetzalcoatl being pierced on his side during his crucifixion. Huh?
What are you doing? Why are you running? You scared of the information? Look at her. The spirit bear witness.
I need to go pee, and if you care
Oh,
about
okay.
women, you'll let your women go pee.
Oh, I don't control you. You let the white man control you, but that's up to you. Go ahead.
John 19:34. But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced him in the side, and forthwith came out blood and water.
As is written. The sister gotta wake the hell up. And get rid of that white man, man. It's crazy. Hey, let me talk to your white boyfriend. White boy, come over here, man. Let me talk to the white boy. White boy, let me talk to you, man. Don't let your woman represent you, man. Oh, he's a coward like I thought. What a lame. What a real lame. Hold it. Yeah, so as you know, this is a discovery of ancient America. Glowstone and stone in New Mexico, the Hebrew writings. We already know who made that, the indigenous people of America. But this I wanted to read. Where is it at? Like I said, this is another artifact right there. And it says what? Yahweh Elohim. Yahweh is a mighty God. That's what it references. But this is the other. What is it? Kukulkan is what? Kukulkan is
another
lion. Yeah, another representation of Quetzalcoatl, and it means what? Feathered serpent. Right there. Right there in the book. That's all I wanted. But anyways, that was definitely interesting dialogue. The sister, I don't know if she was not remember what she was talking about, or just scared. But then, like I said, when I told her she could talk to another woman, she just hopped at the opportunity. That's how you know she don't respect men. She's a feminist. It's crazy. So instead of respecting the black or Hispanic man, she gonna give her body over to a white man, the enemy. She's like, it's hard. I know it's hard because you're going against your own ideology. It doesn't make any sense. Our people, she said, the people she dated in the past destroyed her, but no, the Catholic doctrine destroyed you. To think that first and foremost, people that are your own people are your enemy. Like he said, self-hate. Then you got with the damn enemy himself that taught your people that doctrine. It doesn't make any sense, man. Our people need to repent, period.
Goes right back to the curses.
Exactly, the curses.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as a blind groweth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy wise. And thou shalt be openly oppressed.
We're gonna be openly oppressed, like she referenced, but she don't give a damn. She's with the oppressor. She's living it up, right? She's talking about she's a feminist and an activist, but she don't know. She not representing none of that. She want to go against the men of the Lord. That's really the activists out here on the street corners and trying to combat us because she wants to talk about the women. She don't care about nothing we talking about, but oh, where are the women at? What's that to do with what's that to do with the cause? We're here for you. She don't care about what our cause is. Because she got taught the adoption of men by her slave master. Then she got the slave master to push her far from the truth, push her far away from her own heritage, which was found in the Bible. She's talking about she's an Aztec. She knows all about the history. She told Leora that, right? She knows all about the Aztec history. Did she say that? Who's Quetzalcoatl? I heard him before, but okay, who is he? I don't know. Wait a minute, that's a simple thing you can answer. That's a chief deity of the Aztecs. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be openly oppressed and spoiled evermore.
Read.
And no man shall save thee.
Read.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Exactly. She got with the damn devil, man. By choice, supposedly. all the Mexican men did her wrong, so now she go with the white man. I'm pretty sure it's not for any type of physical attraction. Like I said, it's because of his white privilege, man. He's gonna let her run over him, which is, you know, neither here nor there. But I'm saying, the simple fact that you gotta skate around your own people just to feel some type of comfort or whatever the case may be, and not struggle together like we should, and then come out of it together. Like I said, give me that in Isaiah 13 and 15. And is that it? So instead of, well, appreciate that, sister.
God bless you guys.
You too. You be safe. You repent as well. Give me that.
Isaiah 13 and 15.
Hold up.
Sister, you gotta back up. Sister, no. Sister, chill out. That's crazy. You can just invade my space. Give me that.
Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Exactly. She's joining to that damn devil, man, in these last days. She's gonna fall by the sword, especially if we're going against the prophets, right?
Verse 16. Their children shall also be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, their wives shall be ravaged.
Exactly. Hey, man, it's a bad thing. If you're not on the side of the Lord, with the men of the Lord being protected spiritually, with the angels encamped around them.
If she has children with him,
does she have children? I don't know if I don't think she has to.
If she used to have children with them.
Oh yeah, exactly. If she has children with him, they're gonna be dashed to pieces, and she's gonna get ravished. I don't want to go into it, but I mean, hey, it's not a good thing. But is that it? That's all you had? But yeah, man, I'm gonna give it over to Hazai. It's probably late. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Mashiach Yahweh Sai, and say Shalom.